What up, world? It's your boy Sky, broadcasting live. I'm out here at the park, you know, only one out here. Out here earthing myself, grounding myself out here in nature, you know, connecting with the elements, with the grass. Yeah, I've been getting some intrinsic motivation to focus, more spiritual downloads, reminders, and just, you know, overall inspiration has been brought to my attention, and that's common sense. You know what I mean? It's just every day that has to become stronger and stronger within us. Like whatever our purpose is, whoever we are as a person, like that whole evolutionary journey of healing ourselves and whatnot, that passion's gotta stay there. You know what I'm saying? Like, because sometimes maybe around certain people or certain scenarios or whatever, it's real simple to get distracted, and I have several times, and I'm overcoming that. And this is that I made up today. Hey, you know what? I'm avoiding the distractions, the few distractions to just really get real, because it's really just getting peace within ourselves, to be honest. Because a lot of this stuff is so much easier said than done. Talk up a whole dictionary out there, but how many people are actually living that life? I'm tired of being broke. I'm tired of looking and thinking, counting stressfully numbers if I'm gonna be able to pay for a simple meal. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm worthy of the most amazing life, and that's why I'm consistently broadcasting all these videos. I'm working on our businesses. I'm taking care of my body, my health. I'm improving the relationship. All that stuff, and just at least still having faith and some drops of love within me. Because you start saying, hey, like the higher and higher we go on the totem pole, on the pyramid, on evolution, on growth into the new world, from the old world of processed meats and junk food and whatnot like that, that's been just thrown on us, that's gone. We have to let that go, and that's what I'm doing. That's what I've done, and it's scary in a way, but then it's also liberating in a way too, because you start connecting some dots and you start flowing without thinking so much. It's just a being, just like a child reborn again, and that's what I'm realizing, and that's honestly what I'm doing now, because it's like there's been so many mistakes, so many mess ups, so many just whatever things that we can just ruminate constantly on or worry about or whatever. And some people are way off into doing that, and we have no business attempting to save them. And some people were there and then they left. And some people, like me, and some other people that have already manifested, people that are manifesting in the process, like we're feeling that fire. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm here, no food, of course, just water, and I don't need a trophy for that. Why? Because, guess what? You can throw out any book at me. You know what I'm saying? You can say, oh, this person has a six pack. Oh, this person is blacker than you. This person is lighter than you. This person is darker than you. They're in the sun more when maybe they were born like that. Or this person has a six pack. When maybe they already had that. Whatever, they worked for it or whatever. I don't know. The story, the scenario. You know what I'm saying? It's all types of circumstances, and I've been having to heal that and get to that truth within my own self, my own peace, of not trying to compete 24/7, but just to do it for myself. You know what I'm saying? That's the best, most liberating phrase I can say, is just to do it for myself. You know what I mean? To do it literally for myself, because I've had to learn that the hard way. And honestly, it can turn out to be a great blessing, to be honest, because nobody talks about we have to be our own salvation. We are our own salvation. This is common sense and true. I've said it before. People say it. It's just you truly have to go through this journey and voyage to truly understand it, and to truly realize. And that's what I'm developing more and more and more. You know what I'm saying? Because simple things such as paying for this, paying for that, simple things such as your health, simple things such as all types of problems it all emanates from us. You know what I'm saying? Our own internal conditions and being or whatnot. So like, you know, we also learn this in love. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no lover that's gonna just give us the world, you know, immediately when we meet them. And that's something I've had to learn too, obviously, you know, because sometimes a lot of us need a lot of healing and whatnot. So, you know, of course, whenever we get in that relationship, you know, with, you know, a partner, of course, we're going to be falling in love, you know, and that's, I guess, the learning mistake. We're supposed to rise in love. And it's difficult. It's very, very hard, you know, because the immediate response is, oh, wow, hey, I'm a guy, she's a girl, you know, we like each other, boom, you know, let's date, let's live life together, let's build, you know, and then emotions, feelings run, you know, making love, sex, intimacy, romance, all that stuff, and it's so easy just to fall into that trap and to just, you know, want to just lay in his or her arms all day, every day, and, you know, just be lazy, honestly, and just forget reality, you know, and avoid reality, you know, and just that's the Romeo and Juliet type of approach that I've learned the hard way, and many other people can relate to it too. That's not how it works. You know, it's beautiful. It's just like, you know, you learn so much, and also deep down, it's just like the more and more people have like established themselves and worked on themselves, the more and more they're able to, you know, be, you know what I'm saying, and experience that in the relationship is what I'm experiencing. It's easier said than done. It's just like there's so many levels. You know what I'm saying? You don't just like arrange this to happen. Like, I'm not just gonna be like, hey, you know what? We're on bad terms right now, this and that. Let me go walk up to them and be like, hey, here's apple pie. Are we cool now? No, it's not like that. It's just that's why it's like we're not even in control. Yeah, we have free will. Yeah, we're living our purpose, surrendering to our purpose, whatever you want to call it. It's hard to explain it, to be honest. But some of it's just like internal stuff. It's like stuff you just instinctively, intuitively figure out. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I've learned. Like, it don't take having an amazing body to truly get someone's heart, and it doesn't take, you know, material possessions to get someone's heart. You know, it's truly some sacred magnetism, universal, spiritual, esoteric, divine stuff that you gotta just figure out for yourself. You know what I mean? There's a whole bunch of stuff you can read all day, every day, but like what I've learned is just by experiencing it myself. Of course, I tune in to a select group of people, you know, who are in positions that I desire to be in. You know, Coop, Lacine, Rock Smart, you know, some of the other people out there that are living the life I desire and that I'm working towards, and I love to see people living, you know, king and queens, you know what I'm saying, with their family, building their family together, not separated, not leaving, you know, not fooling around with a whole bunch of other people, not complicating things, but just keeping it at its most simple form, you know, a man and a woman, monogamously, faithfully, truly, healthily, living their life, building their life, having children, you know, creating businesses, making big moves, traveling, you know, taking care of their health, seeing their health transform completely. Because guess what? Our body produces new organs and cells for our organs in our body every 35 days. So seeing transformations is truly amazing, honestly. Because if you're able to go a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, you know, of elevation, of transformation, of growth, that's amazing. You know what I'm saying? That's a passion in itself, is tracking our own progress, because we're not going backwards. And I love it, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm keep doing it, because it's like the only way is up. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta surrender to it. You know, I don't know what happens whenever we die. I know for sure, you know, I'm working my way so I'm able to transcend and go on to the next, you know, heavenly dimension, location, whatever, special place, whatever. You know, I'm looking forward to this, you know, because I'm like, yo, my life has to have more meaning. My life has to have some divine purpose, you know. Like, I hear this inspirational music and motivational speeches and, you know, courageous words and whatnot. Like Michael Jordan, all his videos were super inspiring. I always watched him as a player. I love playing basketball, and that was one of my favorite players. Him, Allen Iverson, LeBron James, are some of my favorite inspirational players out there. That I would watch so many YouTube montage, motivational clips and videos that just would be so inspired, and whatnot. And the list goes on for all types of brothers and sisters out there that have inspired me. There's been a select few though, but that type of feeling of like just the music in the background, if it's a motivational athlete or speaker or person in general, music person or whatever, and they captivate those chills within me. You know what I mean? Like chills as in like excitement, chills as in inspiration, as in magic, as in motivation, as in something brilliant, remarkable, astounding, all these things, but in real life, you know what I'm saying? Like connecting both, like where it's inspiring. And I guess I've always been drawn to that a lot because, I'm like a big child in a way, and I'm ironing out some kinks in my system, but just like, when I hear simple music track in the background, like some of these people I tune in to, my mentors on YouTube and whatnot, that's like inspiring or whatever, I'm like, wow, I desire to be like that. I'm not saying everybody got to bow down to me, but just like, it's music of worthiness, you know what I'm saying, where you feel godly as we are, where you feel brilliant, magnificent, like the king or queen we're supposed to be, and that's why I get motivated. I'm like, yo, I'm work in progress on this because eventually this stuff will connect. My path that I've been leaving behind, my footsteps, is going to connect. Somebody's capturing it besides myself. I'm not paranoid thinking somebody's taking videos of me. Nobody. I don't see nobody out here taking up. Well, I don't know if anybody, but honestly, I don't know about how all that works. But I'm aware, that right now I'm pretty much alone, doing my own thing. And I don't know. I'm just uncovering and digging deeper and deeper every single day, to be honest, to pull it out of myself, out of the universe, all this stuff of like, growth and levels. And I gotta keep, that's why I'm so hungry, literally every single day, because it's like, guess what? New level, new day. New level, new day. Like, there's no competition. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's cool to relax, enjoy some time or whatever, this and that, but man, like, especially those of us that are real young, that are younger, that are establishing ourselves, that are embarking upon this in our initial phases, like, it's cool to feel great, but at the same time, like, this is a marathon. We really train our minds to realize it's a marathon. Like, it's a good way to go. I guess the best way to help realize that is, not comparing. You can compare, I guess, for inspiration or whatever, but just to track up, maybe see your favorite mentors' progress and be like, oh, okay, they've been on here for, many years, over a decade, and they have accumulated this lifestyle. So, common sense says, guess what? It will happen for you in your own unique way at your own unique way. And that's what I'm realizing. It's not just instant, over a second. Now, it's probably a pleasant surprise too, because maybe people who I thought might have been doing better or are doing better, or I'm comparing to, whatever, I guess I'm intuitively feeling that higher and higher we go, some of those people that were up here, they might go down, you know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about them, to be honest, but I'm saying the truth about some of this stuff, though, because there's a lot of spiritual confusion out there, or whatever, hierarchy. I don't know it all, to be honest. I stopped listening to a good amount of stuff and paying mind to a good amount of stuff that doesn't really serve me, just so I'm not hating or coming off as a hater or ruminating on stuff that literally does not serve me, and people that literally do not even care or respond to me at all, so that's why I'm just staying plugged in with the people that do care, that do vibe with it, that do connect, and seeing how things go, to just my own energetic pattern frequencies that I'm generating, and I've realized that, especially just with love, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody, we don't force love, and I said this earlier in the video. We don't force it. I mentioned we don't control it. It's just like, I don't know. It's kind of interesting, to be honest. What I mean? It's kind of interesting, to be honest. But I've learned that it's truly just big work to get us into living prosperously. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love beautiful women. I love love. You know what I'm saying? I love that stuff. And I've learned that, hey, you know, especially if there's anger, especially if fights, arguments, especially if the attitude, the mindset can be wrong, or not wrong, can just be experience a lot of stress through hard, difficult times. You know, basically the best thing we can really do is just to stay plugged in, to stay plugged in ourselves. That's the best thing we can do. Just take care of our own internal feeling, just produce something, you know what I mean? That's the pattern I've been experiencing, be lovey-dovey, happiness, joy, love, fun time, all this and that. And then the point is to just, like, expand that, to make that last, to spread it out so it can last a long duration of time, so it can be cool, so it can have stability throughout time. I know that's common sense, right? But, like, I'm saying it with visual words, words that you can feel out. That's what I'm saying, because, like, I'm just another teleporter, time guide. That's how I see it, literally. I'm a time guide. So some people are going to see this, and it's going to help out a lot. And I say it because it's like, it's lovey-dovey at first, it's great, and then maybe sometimes you see some certain things and you may perceive them the wrong way, whatever, you have some issues inside yourself and things may not be all the right way because we're still learning certain, lessons. And no, I don't have it all figured out at all. I'm just sharing from up to this point what I'm aware of, okay? And I still have deep faith that somehow some of this stuff will work out, and yeah, I said because it's true, I mean, like, it's pushing us so that we're fully, charged up and responsible within ourselves, so that we're not, like, externalizing and depending on somebody else, whether that's parents, whether that's, taking out loans or whatever, or bonds, or, like, just dependency, and I'm overcoming it, all this stuff in general, whether it's love and affection, attention, money, items, whatever, it all, like, magically comes together with how this makes sense, about being a producer. And that's what I'm realizing, to get myself into healthier states of living day after day after day, mentally, physically, all that stuff, aligning it together, because a lot of us, we already know we can be broke and still happy, but at the same time, it's like, okay, we know that there's ways to still be happy and financially prosperous and, like, spiritually in tune. It's possible because I see people presently doing that now, that are spiritually recognized truly, like, all the way to the max, and are financially able to just live their life, stay in stability, and are, free from any type of dramatic stuff, any type of incarceration, all that stuff. So it is possible, and that's why I'm very passionate about this approach. It's very, very hard, and that's why I keep reminding myself every day that it's hard and keep going forward. It's hard and keep going forward for the money, for the health, for the love, for the peace, for the connection, and that's what I'm learning, and it breaks everything down to what truly matters, who truly has the biggest impact, who truly has these, spots in our heart, whatever. That's what's aligning for me, like, it's some deep stuff, some very deep stuff, mind, body, soul, actions, thoughts, and words, aligning all of those in tune so they flow fluidly like a beautiful waterfall, and honestly, these things will just connect, they'll connect as they're supposed to connect. These realizations will make sense as they're supposed to make sense. because this is some deep stuff. And, one of my mentors, Ralph Smart, he says the universe reveals its secrets to those who dare to follow their hearts. That's what I'm doing, to be honest. I can come up with my own phrase too as I mature and grow, and the quote, my own true, authentic quotes are revealed to me. So, yeah, that's what's up, though. You know what I mean? I learned a lot. I have a lot of words to say. It's just, you know, it's about being very truthful and mindful about it. You know what I mean? Because, I could talk for days. I could speak for days. And I have a lot of work to do. And I have a lot of actions to produce. A lot of thoughts to heal. A lot of, words, thoughts, actions, all to be improved. It's the best thing for me to say. Just staying in my own lane. Staying in our own lane is one of the best. Is another good virtue for us to remember and to remind ourselves as well. Because then that's how we build our ultimate power. Because as we build ourselves up, then other people, we're able to help other people. You know what I mean? And meet them where they are in their journey, their experience. This is some deep stuff, but that's why I'm doing this. I'm just really just focusing on building me, collaborating with others when it makes sense to collaborate, and experiencing it. Creating my own meaning, surrendering to my own meaning, my own purpose, or whatever, and going forward with it. Because that's what passion is. That's what life is. That's what purpose and meaning is. Like, not just to be going around, just to go around like some loose leaf. I'm tired of that. I'm done with that. That's why I'm strengthening my roots, my core, to go deeper and deeper, because I feel it coming. I don't know how it's going to look all the way. I have written several dreams, I have been visualizing several dreams. I'm just acting upon having the whole thing together, I don't know how, I don't know when. It's just at least keeping the dream, the faith, the hope, the beliefs alive. You know what I mean? And honestly, I guess that's why they say love is the only truth there is, because it's very true, and for a long time, and even recently, to be honest, we get caught up in just a whole bunch of stuff, and I guess the biggest thing is just focus on the things that truly matter in life, the things that are materialistic are cool, the tools, but at the same time, none of it comes with us when we die, when we transcend and we leave our body, so only thing that goes is the love in our heart and our spirit, our soul, the memories, all that stuff, and we rise, literally. So that's why I say that, and just change my mindset to where it's not like, oh, guess what, I don't need anything, I don't need to, make money, I just need to just live off the system, all this stupid stuff. And I learned the hard way by being homeless, by being incarcerated, all this silly stuff, because I was resisting the system, resisting all this crap, but it doesn't serve us at all, because, the best way is just to, stay tuned in, with the connections that inspire us and that may be in the area that we desire to be in, That's the best way I'm looking at it, because it's a lot of life, from plants, from animals, from herbs, from people, it's a lot out there in this planet alone, so it's really amazing when we're able just to simplify all that stuff down and to just put so much energy and all of our energy